I didn't check my junctions. So here we are again, and for some unknown and undisclosed reason, Final Fantasy VIII does not have a soft reset button, so in order to start the game back from the save point mid-battle, I had to leave the game, which ended the stream. So we're just going to do it like this. This is going to be the part 2, the sequel to the stream that I did last time, when I got frustrated and hyped up the boss to be a cinch, piece of cake, a one-shot kill, and then of course ended up looking like a complete fool on live stream. So here we are, rectifying that by looking at the junctions. So you go here, junction, or actually you go to party, or switch, right here. You go to switch, junction exchange. Who has all the junctions? I don't even remember. Okay, so Zell, Swall. These guys just don't have anything. Damn! None of them do. They don't even have any magic. That is really weird. Ability, switch, right there. It has been a very long time. So we go to magic, Squall, I'm gonna have to share. No, exchange. Kiraga, we'll do cure. No. Water. Remember I had water junction somewhere. Okay, so Selphie has magic. They all have magic. Junction. Oh, I need to junction a Guardian Force first. That's my problem. See, it has been a very long time since I played this game. I don't even remember who I had as my card member. Which one carries card? I think it was Diablo's. I'm not entirely sure. Quetzalcoatl. Nope, none. Let's, nope. Back, back. Junction. Who else am I taking with? Selphie and Zell. Okay. So now we're gonna junction some magic. Here we go. Kiraga, blind. 18, we'll do silence there, because I'm gonna save Kiraga for HP. Oh, I got a junction ability too. So, card. That was Quetzalcoatl, I believe. I want him to be able to draw. And I want him to have magic. Except for the fact that I want magic to be there. I want card to be there, and I want draw to be there. I'm picky like that. This is why a lot of people bashed Final Fantasy VIII's system for being needlessly complicated. Because all of the magic that you use that is tied to your stats, when you use the magic, your stats go down. That's really fucking stupid. So you are basically discouraged and punished for leveling up and for using magic. Which is, in my opinion, dumb. And draw. Okay, so Selphie's gonna be like that. There, now we're gonna save it. So that we know for sure. Oh shit, I think after the dream sequence it took all of my junctions away and reset them. Forgot about that. Oh. Yeah, now we're ready. Alright. Let's one-shot kill this guy. Because as I said, all you have to do is hit him with a Phoenix down and he's dead. But I think you have to get him into his zombie form first, because hitting him with a cure actually cured him in the beginning. But it'll be pretty easy now that we actually have some support magic, and we can use items and draw. So we're gonna do this here, right now, the right way. Granted, with my high health, I could have beat him in the last stream, but I really didn't feel like putting you guys through that agony. You fell for it! All you can do is draw a cure. Let's see. Shell? Which album would you play in the background while playing some games? I used to do that. I don't know. I don't do that. I don't do it that often, but when I do, usually it's a new album I'm about to review. I did that with Dream Theater's Distance Over Time, and I picked up Garage Inc. by Metallica at a garage sale for $2. But it turned out to be the clean version, but you know what? I got a couple good songs off of it anyways. Not all of them have swearing in it, so I actually thought it was a decent deal. I'm gonna get the original version sometime soon, but usually something that goes along with the mood and tone of the game. Like Call of Duty, I got it on Xbox 360, Modern Warfare 2, I've gotten into playing that a little bit more. So I'll play whatever I have on my Xbox, which is usually something really heavy, like Trivium, Metallica, and the like. I just added The Sin in the Sentence and What the Dead Men Say. I'm going to be adding that real soon too, to my Xbox 360. Yes, I still play 360. Let's see. I still have yet to listen to Fear Inoculum, believe it or not. And I really want to listen to that. I heard the first single on the radio, and I can't think of the name. I'm blanking, like Anagorgum or something like that. I don't really know what it's called, but it was very long, it was very atmospheric, and I really liked it. And in order to complete my Tool discography review, I'm gonna have to play it. PS1 and PS2 person. Hell yeah. PS2, I think, is the best console that has come out. Oh, crap. I meant to throw it at that guy. Oh, well. PS2 is my favorite system, and my second favorite system has got to be the PS4, because it has allowed me to record videos without a laptop or a phone. Because I'm very short on money, and at this point in time, I don't have a job, so I can't go out and buy those things. What? Oh, here we go, yep. Like I said, slap them with a Phoenix down, that's all you gotta do, and you win. Another reason I love the PlayStation 4 is because it is practically the nostalgia generation. All of the games we used to love and enjoy are either being remade, remastered, or just slapped on the PlayStation 4. Lateralus, yes, that's a good one too. I like 10,000 Days, and that actually turned into a meme somewhat because they didn't release their new album for about maybe half that or so. The TV station, they can broadcast, okay. Dalit Communication Tower. Can't wait until Crash 4. That game is gonna be badass. Angry Joe Show. Yes, I love Angry Joe. I've been watching him since 2012. But albeit not during my YouTube absence because I was not able to. But I have continued to keep up on him and his stuff that he is doing in the last couple of months. The Last of Us Part 2, his review of that was actually pretty funny. and people giving him flack for his opinion and trying to cancel him in this politically divided culture is actually kind of sad. You know, everyone's entitled to their opinions. And I could go on and on and on about that for a really long time. I could do a whole channel and videos based off of that. Oh wait, I already do. Not that much though, anymore. Highly inactive. I like doing stuff that makes me feel better. You know, positive thinking. And video games and music put me in that positive mood. More so than politics. Now, if only we could separate the two lately. Yeah, people are trying to cancel Angry Joe because of his review of The Last of Us Part 2. They're saying that he is, like, misogynistic and all that crap, and then someone came out and accused him of sexual assault and all that. And, yep, since 2012, that was a very good year. The first angry review that I saw was his Soul Calibur 5 review, and I had just gotten that like January of 2012 when it first came out. And I'm one of the very few people that actually really liked that game. A lot of people were giving it shit because of Patroclus and Pyrrha and all the other fighters that never came back, but I actually really like it. Then his review of AC3 was actually pretty good too. God, those were the good old days. Like Chainsaw was saying on the last stream, you know, it seems like a completely different time back then. You know, with the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One first coming out, we're all talking about E3 and, you know, Star Wars Battlefront, what was to come. Oh, we were so naive back then. But then again, how would we know? How would we know what was going to come? With the advent of microtransactions on practically 3/4 of all of the games that are coming out nowadays. Unfortunately. Let's see, what are we doing here? She's handing me something. Yeah, I got a BitChute account, just for something new. I set it up to mirror all of my YouTube videos. I don't know if that works for live streams. Even though I played it, was a big disappointment. I know it got high reviews. Yeah. I don't know. Soul Calibur 5 for me was decent, and the Create a Soul, or the character creation, was one of the most in-depth character creations I have ever experienced. And it worked out a lot better than even Soul Calibur 6's. But I would definitely not rate it I think I rated it like a 9.5 out of 10 or something like that. I definitely wouldn't rate it that anymore. I'd probably rate it a little bit under Soul Calibur 6, even though Soul Calibur 6 has a lot of glitches. I still consider that to be a better game at 8 out of 10. But I do like them both. And as far as like what came out in 2015, I believe it was Star Wars Battlefront. I was pretty disappointed with that. I actually made a Fiascos video on that. Jacksepticeye. I have never heard of it. Oh, The Last of Us Part 2. Yeah. Jesus. So disappointing. And it's sad because I see on my Twitter all the time, you know, people trying to praise it. You know, IGN and GameSpot and all these big corporations are praising it. They're praising it to high heaven. But most of the users who are not in the woke crowd are bashing it because it's really not that good of a game. No, I'm not sick. And, I mean, the amount of pathetic damage controlling that people were doing for Last of Us Part 2, I think, reached a head today when I saw a tweet about the people praising it for its mechanic of glass breaking. I mean, that's such a huge reach. You're gonna sit there and tell me that it's a good game because of its glass breaking mechanics? I mean, I've never heard of that. That's just dumb. I didn't even buy the game. I don't even consider it a part of the franchise. I don't even think it's a franchise. I mean, it's just sad. Everything has to be politics. I just want to pick up a game and play it. I don't want to be force-fed this message of crap that I could care less about. Or I would care less about it if it wasn't completely destroying what's going on. It's part of the reason I stepped away from YouTube in the first place, is because it was getting really bad at that point. Okay, I think Zell has my carding abilities. Please make a party of 3. There. Ouch, my stomach. Okay, here we go. Got a junction. Exchange all that is junction, because otherwise we're gonna run into the same thing, same abilities as the last stream about 15 minutes ago. I think we're going back into Dalit, or no, not Dalit. TV station. Markiplier. Oh, Jack? Is that music? Wait, Jack. Is that Music Slayer HQ? I don't know, that's the only Jack I remember. But Markiplier, I like Markiplier. He's actually a pretty funny guy. First and really only video I really watched was the Shrek one, where he just went crazy. I think it was like a Doritos game or something. I don't even remember what it was called, but it was pretty funny. He's got a good personality as far as streaming is concerned. But like I said, you know, like 80% of the YouTubers that I used to watch have already jumped ship, you know? CKN, I think, is the biggest example of this. Cover Killer Nation, and Alpha Omega Sin was one that I really enjoyed watching, and I still comment on some of his Twitter stuff now and again, but he hasn't uploaded a video since 2019. And I think it's just sad, you know, people quitting from YouTube. And I heard that the reason why Alpha quit was because of the adpocalypse, and it just wasn't viable anymore or lucrative. Oh, another gamer, okay. Another gamer, Irish as well. Yeah, I think we're talking about the same Jack. I'm not sure. But yeah, I do like watching stuff and keeping involved in things that bring joy to my life and keep me happy. You know, I've got 2 kids, like I was telling Chainsaw, and I actually game with my older kid, my oldest child, Sydney, and she loves playing Super Smash Brothers and Mario and stuff like that, and it's really awesome to be able to experience that, or be there for her first experience with those things, you know, and basically teach her all about the stuff that I enjoy too. We have a lot of the like interests in that regard. So I try to keep away from the toxicity of our city, of our city. I gotta review that album too. Here we are in Galbadia, or Timber. We're in Timber right now. Meditating, yes. Meditating is good. Sometimes I lose focus pretty easily. I'm not ADHD or anything, but sometimes I just can't just sit there and do nothing. Music helps sometimes too. Certain music like Tool gets me in the mood to just reminisce and sit and calm down, I guess. But just the state of everything. I don't know if it's different over there in the UK. Talking to Greg right now for other people who may be watching, but here in the United States it's pretty bad. It might be different over in other areas though, that's why I'm not gonna say that it's the exact same as far as how the world is. But I don't know how you guys are doing with like lockdowns and stuff like that. We just ended ours in May. At least where I'm in the area where I'm at, we ended it in May. So we're not doing any of that anymore. And I'm actually kind of glad, because I got out and I had a job for about a month, and I just recently lost it, unfortunately. But I am on the verge of getting another one pretty soon here. Attack, attack! No! As I said before in my last stream, this game punishes you for leveling up. Because as you level up, the enemies scale with you. So if you're level 9, the enemies are going to be level 9. If you're level 10, the enemies are going to be level 10. And so on and so forth. It's kind of a backwards system, if you ask me. I would much rather play a shit ton of triple triad, boost up my magic and stats, and not level up. And this game has so many different ways to break it, it's not even funny. Okay. Crazy over here in the UK. Highest death toll, but cases of COVID have been decreasing. Well, that's very good. Loads of people with or without. Okay. Yeah, that's very good. I mean, New York is a cesspool, pretty much, as far as COVID is concerned. It is, I don't know, I mean, I think you had a I Love New York t-shirt on in one of your videos, Greg, but it's, I think, the largest area of COVID for cases. But other than that, I mean, there's some areas that only have like 5 cases here. And I live in an area that has a decent number of cases, but it's not too bad. Timber Maniacs. You want to take a look around? Okay. But the death toll is going down, and that's very good. It's going down here, and the hospitalizations and everything. But you have a news media that is perpetuating the idea that things are only getting worse, and they don't want to focus on the positive, which has a lot of people in fear, including my parents, which is a really big tragedy, because my parents, people who are becoming very reactionary, and I try and talk to them and calm them down, but it just doesn't really work. And like I said, staying positive is one of my biggest things, especially in 2020 in this year, when there's really nothing to do but sit here and worry about an invisible enemy. One good thing that happened with coronavirus is it brought me back to YouTube. That's pretty much about the only thing I can say. Let's see. Do I have to talk to this guy? Timber Maniacs. Okay, 20 years ago. I don't know if I have to talk to this guy. He doesn't even look like he's listening. A word of advice, you're still young, don't let your life pass you by. Okay. I know I already went in here. It has been a very long time since I have played this game. Come again. But I will be reviewing it as part of a Final Fantasy series review as soon as I get my capture card. Where's the TV station? Yeah, it's in this town. You want to know more about it? That's good. Yeah, we're doing our best to keep in the know and stay safe, but it's just hard with everything that's going on. Okay, I don't think I can card these guys. Run! Run! Clement J642 is another one of my favorite YouTubers. He actually did a almost 2-hour long review, or I think it was like an hour long review, whatever it was, on Sonic 2006. And back in the day, I did a rant video on it, and I mentioned him multiple times. But he's another really good YouTuber. He does like gameplay videos and stuff like that. And he's got a really bubbly personality. And one of my favorite series from him, and the reason why it came to mind, was his Clement Remembers Final Fantasy series, which kind of gave me the idea to do this, you know, this series review. And, you know, watching that, it got me thinking about my Final Fantasy memories. So, once I get that capture card, and then in Final Fantasy VIII, another thing that kind of reminded me of Clement was the fact that he made a comment about 1999 being the year of Final Fantasy and Star Wars. Two very big disappointments. Yeah. Yes, Sonic's worst nightmare. Yeah, exactly. I know, right? I have it for 360. I got it for like $1. And that was online because people wanted to get rid of it. I wanted to have the actual game so that I could review it having actually played it, instead of just ranting on something that I had only seen on a TV or YouTube computer screen. So I felt like I had to actually play it in order to know. But I hear that Sonic Boom is actually a lot worse, but I don't want to sit here and say that when I haven't played it, but that's just what I've heard. But Final Fantasy and Star Wars. Final Fantasy VIII, Star Wars The Phantom Menace, both came out in 1999, and both were vastly underwhelming. Even though Final Fantasy, of course, as people know, received critical acclaim, it also had a lot to live up to, standing in the shoes of, or shadow, I should say, of Final Fantasy VII, which was the biggest breakout the series has ever seen, and it hasn't been the same since. So this game kind of fucked up a lot, but in some ways it actually improved on a lot too. Oh no, child abuse! No. I reduced the price from 1,000 gil, though. It's not about the money, I didn't raise you this way. Got into Star Wars a few months ago. Really? Wow. Oh yeah, the trilogy's great, but see, the thing with that is, if you're watching the original trilogy now, I would highly recommend getting the Despecialized Edition, which is a download-only version of the original trilogy on Blu-ray without all of the special edition, like, added scenes. The problem with the special edition is it adds a whole different tone to the movie with the different various things that George Lucas did it, and a lot of people consider that, you know, fucking it up. And the only way to get the original trilogy on, you know, the way it was originally intended is on VHS. And that, I think, is the biggest travesty. Look out the window. Okay, so I can't jump. But yeah, that's the biggest travesty, is the fact that you can't get the original trilogy on Blu-ray the way it was originally released. That's why I haven't gotten it on anything except DVD, which is still the original, the special edition. But the Despecialized Edition, by contrast, is a little bit different because it actually retains the theatrical versions. Oh yeah, Rogue One was decent. I prefer Dark Forces, though. That's the original story about how the plans for the Death Star got into the hands of the Rebel Alliance. It's a video game for PlayStation 1, and it is the precursor to Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast, which is one of my favorite Star Wars games. What? You're walking to the TV station? The trains aren't running, okay. Why don't you look through, okay, back alley. You should be able to see the back alley. Yeah, we've already seen the window. But yeah, the prequel trilogy, in my opinion, a lot of people will disagree with me on this, but the prequel trilogy is much better than the sequel trilogy. Now, if it was only The Force Awakens that came out, I would probably disagree, because throughout its many flaws, many glaring flaws, I do like The Force Awakens better than a lot of the trilogy, the prequel trilogy. But when The Last Jedi came out, and then later, just recently, I saw The Rise of Skywalker, where it has a lot of very cliche, different cheesy dialogue, and just really bad plot points. Yeah, I would definitely say that the prequel trilogy is better, because at least they weren't trying to copy exactly what the original trilogy did. Yeah, I already know. Window. I remember at one point you'd jump out. Going back and forth. Rise of Skywalker, that's the one that I just saw recently, and I can't stand it, to be honest with you. I mean, when I first started watching it, I thought it was decent. I thought it had some funny dialogue and stuff, but the twist at the end that is supposed to bring the entire trilogy together made the entire thing feel very flat and disjointed, like each movie was trying to convey something totally different, whereas the prequel and the original trilogy was one very fluid story, one event leading to the next event. And even with the first movie, Episode 4, what am I trying to say? They destroyed the Death Star, but then there was another Death Star being built in the interim between 5 and 6. So, I mean, it was still disjointed, but it felt very fluid, like the adventures of Luke Skywalker. But Rey's adventures, by contrast, seem very forced and very disjointed, and the revelation about her relations, who she's related to, and who her parents was just very underwhelming, and it felt like it was an impossibility. So I didn't like that one at all. I did, however, find enjoyment with Rogue One, even though I prefer the video game Dark Forces and the expanded universe. Or forced battles. Can't escape. Never got into Star Trek, by contrast. I mean, I saw the 2013 one and then the original one. I like the 2013 one better. I think it was Into Darkness, the one with Khan. Didn't really care much for the first one, though, of the reboot series. Oh. But yeah, just recently watched The Rise of Skywalker, didn't really care much for it. They were talking actually about completely eradicating the sequel trilogy from the canon through the use of Dark Rey. I have no idea what that is or where it would come from, but it is in one of the canon stories. Be it one of the cartoons or whatever, I'm not sure. But as far as I'm concerned, I prefer the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy, and of course, the expanded universe. Okay, I only have 5 high potions. I have to get 10. I can only get one of those. Oh, pub. That's where I have to go. Now I remember. Alright, and this stream is going to have to come to an end very soon, because my kids are going to be coming back from the mall. My fiancée went to go hang out with one of her friends and decided to bring the girls with, so I am sitting here bringing the stream to you guys through the power of my PlayStation 4, which I will not be replacing this year with the PlayStation 5. I'm gonna hold off until a Slim comes out. Everything is just so underwhelming when it comes to the new generation of video game consoles. Like, I can't even express or begin to express how underwhelmed I am. I mean, I've seen gameplay footage, I've seen the designs, I've seen how large the PlayStation 4 is, or 5, excuse me, how large the PlayStation 5 is, and I've seen the Xbox Series X. They might as well call it Xbox Series Alexa, because that's what it looks like. Go through the back alley, guy throws a fit when you try to move him from that spot. What do I need to get you? Observe. Bottle with a green label. Talk to him. We need to get through. Jeez, and now I'm getting dissed by some punk. Owner, give me another drink. Tell him about the card. Is this your card? Huh? Why do you have it? I should have bought him another drink. You can keep that card. Also this one, move out of the way now. Ooh, Tonberry. That's a good card. Yeah, all the games, I mean, what am I supposed to be getting excited about for PlayStation 5? Spider-Man? Miles Morales? That one kids game with the bright colors and shit? I mean, it's just... And then the graphics are so underwhelming, they look like they're mid-PS4 generation. I mean, I was actually excited about PlayStation 4 when it first came out, even though it looked like they just added lens flares, but it still looked pretty cool. And it was new and flashy and exciting, and it's, in my opinion, the best console design ever out there with its sleek eraser. But yeah, I don't know. I can see why, I could see the hype, but I just, for me, it's just very underwhelming. Me, you know, myself having 2 kids, the sides of the PlayStation 5 look paper thin as far as plastic. So if the console were to drop on its side or drop off of my desk where I actually have all of my games, they would break off, and if they chip, you have pointy ends and people could get cut on them, and it's just, I worry about that kind of stuff as far as, you know, being a parent. But when it comes to durability and practicality, I mean, the thing's huge, you know? And as far as the Xbox Series X is concerned, I heard a rumor that they were going to be releasing the Xbox Series X Slim, which is the digital download only one, for $200, which I don't know what that is in UK money, but very cheap for a console over here. And if that were the case, I would get one just because, I mean, it's that cheap. I mean, you can't argue with it. You can't deny it. I'm more of a PlayStation guy, but if you're gonna bribe me with that kind of a deal, I'm gonna buy it until the PlayStation 5 Slim comes out. But I would get the one with the disc drive. I am eventually gonna upgrade, but not until they come out with a smaller console, because it would take up pretty much the entirety of my desk. And as far as the games coming out, I mean, yeah, Spider-Man looks cool, but I mean, it's just another licensed game from a licensed character. I wasn't really that excited from Arkham Asylum either when that came out, but then I played it about 6 years after it came out, and it was actually pretty fun. Really liked it. So I suppose I'm judging a book by its cover, but you know what? At least I am brave enough to admit it. I don't want to spend that kind of money on something that I don't know is going to function the way I want it to and have a decent library of games to start with. Call it what you want. All we want is for you to achieve your goal using our help. I find it hard to believe that you can do that, though. What? If you have something to say, just say it. Sure. How serious are you, really? The 3 of you people plop down on the floor to discuss strategy? You can't make a decision without our input. How do you think we feel? Yeah. Exactly. Huh. to hide any of the comments. Yeah, too many people do that these days. Go through and curate and delete comments. Brie Larson. You know, people. Let's get to the next checkpoint, save point. I think this is about where Cypher turns into a villain. Cypher goes rogue. Yep. The sorceress turns Cypher rogue. President Delling comes up after the announcer, I believe. 17 years since a live broadcast has been possible. What? But they have TVs and all the technology in the world. I never got that part of this game. All right. Yeah, I'm a very outspoken individual when it comes to that stuff. And turn on ×3 speed. Oh. What's he doing? You're only going to provoke him. Yeah, hopefully. That would be awesome. Have more people watching these streams. I don't know how often I'm going to be able to do them. Like I said, is because both of my kids and my fiance are at the mall right now. Somewhere else. And maybe tonight, or maybe at night or something. But then I have to control volume and stuff like that. It's just hard to find time, given everything that's going on. And like I said in the beginning of my last one, I tried doing a Star Wars one with the sequel to Dark Forces, Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast, which I mentioned before, and it got me with a copyright claim. Because it played the opening crawl. The Star Wars music got me a copyright claim for streaming gameplay, which I think is bullshit. So, I'm gonna have to pick and choose which games I play very carefully. You stupid idiot! Zell, please! Jesus. The dialogue! But at the next save point, I am going to have to X out of this stream for now, because I've got some other stuff to do yet today. Let's go back. Okay, here we go. Maybe I'll stream the next part of this game the next time I play it, at least. Just to keep it in... That would be interesting. And that... Yes, point. I can't do any of my other beloved consoles because I don't have the capture card yet. And doing the Nintendo Switch with the way that the recording is set up would just be a plain hassle. But that's an idea. I like doing the gameplay stuff so that I can put it in my videos, my reviews. I've wanted to review this game for a really long time, and I was thinking about Final Fantasy VII, doing a classic review of that and Tony Hawk back in like 2016, but I just never had the time to do it. It's probably for the best that I'm doing it now, because my videos are a lot more refined now than when I left, since I have a lot more time to do them and professionally edit them. Alright. They found our base. It's completely destroyed. And everyone else, they're fine. They're good at escaping. Okay. And now we go through the back alley. Okay, what? Oh, I'm up there. Jeez. Here we go. You have to stay away from timber for a while. Is there a safe place you can take me? He puts his hand on his forehead. Jeez. Well, if anything, this stream has put me in contact with two old friends that I enjoy talking to quite a bit. You and Chainsaw. Greg and Chainsaw. StrongBoys19, check him out too. I shouted out Chainsaw Reacts in my last stream after he left. So check out the StrongBoys19. He reviews rock and metal albums, and he has really good content. He's been on since 2009, so he's one of the vets. He's one of the old school ones. So that just about does it for this stream. I will see you guys in my next video. Keep calm and rock on.